The MQ-9 Reaper doesn't need a pilot. It doesn't need to land for hours. And most of the time, you'll never even know it's there. Because by the time you realize what's happening, it's already too late. This isn't just a drone, it's one of the most feared weapons in modern warfare, controlled from thousands of miles away, capable of watching a target for hours, and striking with precision in seconds. So how powerful is the MQ-9 Reaper really? And what makes it so dangerous? Because unlike traditional aircraft, the Reaper doesn't operate like a fighter jet. It doesn't rely on speed, or maneuverability, or even a pilot in the cockpit. Instead, it relies on something far more powerful: time. The MQ-9 Reaper can stay in the air for over 24 hours. That means it can watch a target, track movement, analyze patterns, and wait. Not minutes, not hours, but an entire day if needed. And that changes everything, because most weapons act quickly. The Reaper doesn't have to. It can wait for the perfect moment. And when that moment comes, it doesn't miss. The drone is equipped with advanced sensors and cameras, capable of tracking targets from high altitude, day or night, through difficult conditions. It sees everything, and it sends that information back to operators, who may be sitting in a control room thousands of miles away, in the United States or anywhere else in the world. That means the person making the decision to strike is not in danger. They're not in the aircraft. They're not even in the same country. But the impact is very real. Because the MQ-9 Reaper isn't just watching, it's armed. It can carry precision-guided missiles, like the Hellfire, weapons designed to eliminate targets with incredible accuracy. And when it fires, there's no warning, no sound of a jet approaching, no visible threat, just a strike from the sky. And that's what makes it so different. Traditional aircraft can be heard, they can be tracked, they can be engaged, but the Reaper, it operates quietly, at high altitude, often unseen. And that creates a psychological effect, because if you don't know it's there, you don't know when it might strike. But there's something even more important. The Reaper isn't just a weapon, it's part of a system, a network of surveillance, intelligence, and decision-making. Every movement it tracks, every signal it captures, adds to a bigger picture. And that picture allows operators to make decisions with incredible precision. Not guesses, not assumptions, but real-time intelligence. And that's why the Reaper is so effective, because it doesn't just act fast, it acts smart. But this also raises a bigger question. What does it mean when warfare no longer requires a pilot? Because the MQ-9 Reaper represents a shift, a move away from traditional combat toward remote warfare, where decisions are made far from the battlefield and where the risks are not the same for both sides. Some see this as a technological advantage, a way to reduce risk for pilots, to operate more efficiently, to strike with precision. But others see it differently. They see a system where the distance between action and consequence becomes much larger, where decisions are made through screens instead of from the cockpit. And that makes the Reaper one of the most controversial systems in modern warfare, not just because of what it can do, but because of how it changes the nature of conflict. But regardless of perspective, one thing is clear. The MQ-9 Reaper is incredibly effective. It combines endurance, precision, and intelligence in a way that few other systems can match. And that's why it continues to be used around the world. Because in modern warfare, seeing first, knowing more, and striking precisely can make all the difference. And the Reaper does all three, without ever putting a pilot at risk. So the next time you hear about drone warfare, just remember, some of the most powerful weapons in the sky don't have a pilot at all, and most of the time, you never see them coming. If you enjoy content like this and want to see more deep dives into the world's most powerful military technology, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because there's a lot more to uncover.